It is crazy we're
Cindered
near,
shadows.
like, we
Betrayal.
are, like, chapter 5, right? How many chapters are there? Because I feel like, surely we're near done. If you've got the chalice as
So
a
that
kidnapping.
is what transpired.
Two more,
This is
okay.
indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions and the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment for that transgression. However, you also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one.
Okay.
I do wonder.
What's on your mind?
I am wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines.
Oh.
However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself. There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere
What's the
safe.
chances those four
As
people or
for
send
Elfric,
the four
I
apostles?
assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, our dear Elfric is finished.
Uh-huh.
We owe him so much. If there is any possibility that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it, with Chatterbox's help.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights. Or about 1.5 of me. We've got this. How about it, Ray?
You know what? We're still struggling
We've
about
been
this.
through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Elfric to us. You won't regret it.
Lady Rhea, please.
I'll take full responsibility.
If you join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Thank you very much.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it.
Aye.
Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
Hey, boss. Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well,
I'm curious as
I
well.
guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
That cannot be!
Oh.
Originally, I attended the academy as Count Rowe's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
You're telling me. Elfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said.
Uh-huh.
The binding on the chalice was linked to the 4 apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's.
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
What is it? Can't you see we're busy?
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The 4 apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time. I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
Okay. I'm assuming we're gonna figure it
You're
out.
deciding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the major crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself.
Okay.
So I did.
Mm-hmm. And I've got the major crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Of course.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
So the 4 crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
All thanks to our buddy Elfric, it would seem.
And now Elfric has been abducted. Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean, Balthus, you landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. And I could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Let's get our act together and head to the chapel ruins.
Of course.
Professor!
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. As well, no point hanging about.
Hey, friend.
Hello.
Let's not deny that there's a connection between us. How about you and me have ourselves a little date, huh?
Melt your mouth, not your eyes.
It only happens when I'm being a little greedy. When the bell strikes midnight, meet me out front of the Holy Mausoleum. My only condition is that you arrive promptly after midnight. And not
Interesting.
only before. What say you?
Why it's such a late hour?
It's the most romantic time of the evening, of course. Or is the idea of a date with me not appealing to you?
Interesting.
Nobles have nearly killed one another fighting for my affections, you know. Perhaps you won't get all you want out of me. But I'll promise you a fun time regardless. It's settled. I'll see you tomorrow night, friend. Don't stand me up.
Your Grace, please reconsider. The chalice is among the Church's greatest treasures, akin to even the heroes' relics.
I am well aware, which is why I have already dealt with the matter. Consider this. The heroes' relics are fearsome weapons imbued with great power. On the contrary, the chalice has long lost the power it once possessed. It is little more than a token of history.
If that is so, then why is it still considered such an important artifact?
It was created for a sacred purpose. To use the blood of the four apostles to return the goddess to our world. Their blood.
Your Grace, is something the matter?
I have an urgent mission for you. Investigate the origins of the Ashen Wolves. Start with their enrollment forms for the Academy. Keep an eye out for falsified documents.
Yes, of course. Understood.
Before you begin, summon Alaris at once. I have new orders for the Knights as well.
As you wish, Your Grace.
If I am correct, we haven't a moment to lose. Another tragedy is soon to transpire.
I see. That's fair to think.
That crumbly old chapel somewhere nearby, or what?
I can play little part here, save perhaps as a bargaining chip for our dear Elfric.
Oh,
Getting yourself captured instead?
now she's sad.
That wouldn't be good at all, Constance.
I think we should be more worried about B's appearance. I mean, he's got way more, life experience than the rest of us. And all that life experience makes you look more like a knight than a student, B.
You saying I'm old, pal? Don't forget, you're speaking to the ageless king of grappling.
She's not wrong, Balti. There's a pretty big age gap between you two.
Well,
You're friends with Hilda's older brother, right? That explains your maturity. You make Hubert look like a spring chicken.
You know what? Fair.
Can it, will ya?
I didn't realize how old
Anyway,
he'd be.
I'm wearing a school uniform. No way in hell they'll think I'm a knight.
Yeah, and anyone wearing a school uniform is without a doubt a student.
To be honest, for a good while, I actually did think you might be a knight. Who made your uniforms and set up the Ashen Wolf House, anyhow?
If I might so humbly interject, that would be Elfric.
He pulled everything together for us. Sometime after he was appointed as the Guardian of Abyss.
Okay.
Said he wanted to give former students who were expelled from the academy somewhere to live. Somewhere to belong. Of course, all of this was established long before any of us were in the picture.
Perhaps. After hearing all of that, it's not as unbelievable as I'd thought.
All I know is that he helped me, so I'll help him.
Understandably
I
so.
strongly doubt that I shall factor into Elfric's retrieval, but I shall follow your lead.
There it is. We owe Elfric. Maybe your goddess doesn't care about debts, but my fists and I sure do.
Sorry to have roped you into all this, friend.
Yeah, I don't mind.
We owe you. Just stick with us a bit longer, won't you?
This is great. Has me ready to get to it and start hitting things.
What's up?
Ever since I was a kid, I've lived my life by one rule. That I'd only play my hand if I was guaranteed victory. I've gotten this far by using my cunning in any way necessary. Lying, cheating, even killing when there was no other way. But this next play? Well, the odds don't exactly seem to be in my favor. Not unless you trust me enough to provide me with an ace.
What's the ace?
Never you mind, friend. Let's just go.
Okay.